Here's a mess-free process for taking transmission fluid out before you change the filter. This thing is called a Liquivac oil change system. It's the large model. One's going to be blue. That's a small model, and then this one's right here is good for cars. It holds 4 to 8 quarts. And what you do is you can also use this for transmission fluid too, and this is what I'm going to show you. So this right here sucks out the transmission fluid, clears out the pan to where you're in a mess-free environment. Now I already have the car up on jacks, or not jacks, but ramps, as you can see that. This car, if you want to know what it is, it's a Montero Sport LS 1998 6-cylinder. And here starts the process. What you do is you mark your tube right here, the length of your dipstick. So from one end, then you mark it all the way on the other end with a Sharpie. It works pretty good. And you stick it in the dipstick hole, which is right there. Right in the dipstick hole. You shove it in place where your marking is, which is the mark I made right there with a Sharpie. I keep shoving it down. And I go in there and I just go in just a little bit. There's like 2 markings there. I go in just a little bit past that marking to where I know I'm right there at the right spot. And then you go ahead and you open up the pressure and it sucks it in.
Twist it.
Go ahead, twist it. Twist it like that. Now you see it coming through. And my transmission fluid's going out. And a nice little positive thing about this too is I put this marking for my oil. This is a 6 quarts, but that was before I noticed that you also have indications right here with numbers telling you how many quarts you have going on too as well. So instead of going through the mess of pouring it into quart bottles and see how many quarts you have total, this right here will suck it in. Now you're gonna hear it. It's going to be pulling it out, right? Then you get to a point where you think it's flubbering. So you take and you just shove it in just a little bit more. But right now it's just pulling out the process. The whole process is being pulled out right now. So you can hear it just sucking it up. Right? And it's filling that up down there. So right now I'm working on, once it starts to get a bubbly flubber sound, I'm going to take it and I'm going to shove it in a little bit further. Just little small increments. So I know it's sucking it all up. This is mainly for those transmissions that don't have a plug and you can't drain it on the bottom. You can just pull it out this way. Do your filter change and then do the rest. But this is like a mess-free process, and I'm sure you all get it by now. Using this Liquivac oil change system. You could probably get it at Amazon. You could also get it at Walmart. I got it for like 40 bucks. Here's the instructions. Right here's the title. It's called Liquivac oil change system. Okay. Instructions will tell you. I always keep the instructions because you never know. And there's my assistant. He's just pushing it down a little bit more, just a little small increments, so to keep that suction going. You can see the little bubble there. It's still pulling it through, so it's getting all that out. See, now that it's quiet, it's not flubbering anymore, so it's pulling it. And you can see there, it's dark down here. It's starting to fill up at the bottom, working its way up. And then you'll see your indication of how many quarts you have. It's still pulling it through. I think you guys get the idea. It works pretty good for a mess-free oil change or transmission fluid change like I'm doing right now. This you can't beat it, man. So I hope this helps you all out. This is kind of like thinking outside the box. I think you got it all out. You shoved it in further?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I think you got it all out. Yeah, totally clear. You shoved it in there further?
Yeah, it won't go any further.
Okay, pull it back a little bit now. There you go. Use it like a vacuum now. Just pull it out little by little. There you go. You ain't found the spot. We may have to move it around a little bit because it's on the ramps and you know it's at an angle. All the oil's sitting at an angle right now. But hopefully this helps you out.
I think that's it.
Good luck.